Let your body waddle. Body waddle.
What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and first off, I'm going to apologize formally for the longer video. I normally, when I do matches this late in the week for the PGL, since our uploads go up on Friday, I usually skip a team builder, but since this is the championship match, I did want to include the team builder, so there will be an annotation on screen right here if you'd like to skip ahead to the battle. But for those of you who do want to see the team that I'm bringing for this week, going up against Papa C and the New York Klinks, be sure to stick around because this is an interesting set. I built a team, actually. I'll show you guys when I switch over to Showdown. I built a team originally that I felt somewhat okay with, but I was thinking a lot on the ride home, and I literally just I got home half an hour ago, made this team, and said, you know what, whatever happens, happens, because I want to see, you know, I feel like we've grown a lot in this league. I feel like we've grown a lot in the Battler because of this league, and I will always be thankful for the Pokemon Global League for inviting me to join them. I do not know if I'll be returning for Season 3. It depends on how conflicts work out with the GBA. If Season 3 happens to start up at a good time for me, maybe meeting towards the end of the GBA, or maybe after the GBA in the off-season again, I would love nothing more than to come back and battle these guys, because they're a great group of guys. They're really fun to be around. I've made a lot of friends in this group, so I will always be thankful for them. So thank you all for that. Links to everybody's Twitter and channels will be in the description if you guys want to go show them some Crimson City love. Now, enough about me and my sentiments and my emotions. I do want to talk about, let me minimize some recording programs really quick. I do want to talk about, now we're going up against Popsy 11, and like I said, the Klinks, and if you did not see the original battle I had against him, it was a 40-minute video that kind of turned out being somewhat stally, and I forfeited because that's not something I wanted you guys to watch me have to sit through, and it would have ended up being a timeout. I could have played carefully, but he would have won with a 6, probably 3 or 2 lead at the timeout. And whilst that is a very valid method of winning, is playing to the clock, that's not something I like to do, and I do not want to trash on Popsy in any way. Like I said, you play for this W. That is what competitive counter teaming is about, is to play for the W. So, looking at his team, if you guys do not know his team, he has the potential to bring the Mega Sableye, Suicune, Landorus Therian, Talonflame, Skarmory, Lucario, Blissey, Rotom Heat, Excelgor, Hitmonchan, Electivire, and Sneasel. So he's got a lot of bulk, and last time we played him, he actually brought Talonflame, Mega Sableye, Electivire, Lando, Skarm, and Blissey. Now, I originally didn't plan for him to bring Defensive Lando, Mega Sableye, Skarm, and Blissey, but he did. In this case, I'm prepared for almost anything, really. I do have, a lot of his threats are mostly physical. In the Landorus and the Talonflame, Lucario can be run either way. Rotom Heat's obviously specially defensive. The Excelgor physical, Hitmonchan, Electivire, and Sneasel. He does have a lot of physical presence, so I do have a lot more physical bulk on my team than I normally would. Seeing as how really Crocoon's set can really only hit me specially offensive. Lucario can as well. The Rotom Heat, obviously, but he really only has 3 special attackers out of his 12-team roster. So we always have, as always, we do have the potential to bring Deoxys D, Mega Venusaur, Raikou, Mew, Conkeldurr, Fortress, Crocodile, Milotic, Togetic, Ambipom, Kecleon, and Leavanny. And actually, we have never brought Leavanny to a battle. Spoilers, we're not bringing Leavanny to this one. I didn't see he does have a bigger team, and I didn't see with a Defogger in the Skarmory, with a Magic Bouncer in the Mega Sableye. I don't see the need to bring hazards for this. I don't want to worry about hazard control. I want to worry about wearing down his walls. So I'm going to go on ahead and actually, you know what? Let's talk a bit about that's not the right tab. Where's the right tab? Where's the right tab? Here's the right tab. Okay. So although he does have 4 Mons on his team weak to rock typing, I'm not really worried about it. The Rotom Heat's going to absolutely tear apart my core this match, so I do need to bring, that's one thing I am worried about. Rotom Heat absolutely tears apart my core, being the Milotic and the Mega Venusaur, which you guys will see coming up here shortly. Another thing I'm worried about is actually Special Lucario. Excuse me, I don't know why my voice sounds so hoarse right now. I'm sorry. I'm not going to edit that out. Crocoon said I'm not too really worried about. I've got answers for that. Like I said, so Special Lucario and Rotom Heat really kind of check me out. Talonflame is always a problem, but I've got answers for that. So, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Showdown right now. as you guys can see, we are bringing Flutter, Hinata, Bloodroot, CT, Fletcher, Jupiter, and Instigator. I'm bringing an offensive Togetic because here's how I think the match is going to play out. We're Life Orb, Serene Grace, Dazzling Gleam, Flamethrower, Roost, and Psyshock. 172 HP, 252 special attack, 84 in speed, modest nature. This Togetic set's a little different. I brought a Mew set actually that I was thinking about, but I wanted to bring Fairy typing so I could get Stab on the Dazzling Gleam. I predict him to lead with the Mega Sableye. He's gonna bring the Mega Sableye. If he doesn't bring the Mega Sableye, I will actually be shocked. But the Mega Sableye, running a calc. Let me run this calc really quick for you guys, just so you guys see where my head's at with this. Because last time he did bring a physically defensive Mega Sableye, which is something that I can't really handle too well. But running all these, let me toss a Life Orb on you. Right off the bat, after Mega Evolving, we do outspeed, and the speed changes don't happen until the next turn. So as of right now, I do actually outspeed with 84 in speed. I actually outspeed a regular uninvested Sableye. If he has any sort of speed, if he has even 4 EVs in speed, he's going to outspeed me. Or 8 EVs, 4 will speed tie, 8 will go from there. But 84 in speed will allow me to outspeed Sableye first turn. He does have Prankster. I don't see him going for a Will-O-Wisp. He can go for a Toxic, that's fine. He can also go for a Thunder Wave if he's bringing it knockoff, maybe to knock off the Eviolite that I'm bringing. But a Life Orb Dazzling Gleam is going to do 96.1% on a high roll. If we get rid of the Life Orb, actually, we're still doing about 75% of this thing. So we're going to be able to scare him out turn 1. He'll probably switch out into something like the Skarmory. And switching into a defensive Skarmory like that, even without a Life Orb, we've got Flamethrower, and that's doing 75%. So if he predicts a Dazzling Gleam, switches into Skarmory, we pop a Dazzling Gleam, we break the Sturdy on this thing. We also do outspeed by 1 point oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. I need to fix that. So you are an Impish Nature, so you are going to be... Uninvested is going to be 90. Oh, my lord. No, what happened to all my bulk? Oh, my lord. Okay. So I guess that's the set we're running. 91 to outspeed uninvested Skarmory. We can hit it with a Dazzling Gleam. That's going to do on a high roll about 25%. So if we can luck out with 2 high rolls, and this is assuming without a Life Orb, we can knock this thing out between a Dazzling Gleam and a Flamethrower. If he has any speed investment at all, that is going to hurt. That is going to, he's going to be able to counter back. But we do have Roost for recovery. Psyshock also for the Blissey. If we talk about Blissey for just a second, I'm assuming he's going to bring something along the lines of a special wall Blissey. And if he does, he can bring physical he can bring, that's what I'm looking for here. He can bring some physical bulk behind him, but if he's running just like a max HP, max special defense, just to absorb those special hits, we do have Psyshock, and without a Life Orb, that is a 3-hit KO. We're outspeeding this thing. Hopefully we still have our Life Orb. This isn't my plan for Blissey. With a Life Orb, Psyshock is a 2-hit KO. We'll outspeed, so we can kind of change between the Psyshocks and his Soft Boils and kind of wear him down from there. This isn't my plan for Blissey, but it is just a worst-case scenario in case I do need to attack this thing. We can kind of sit in front of this thing. Flamethrower with Serene Grace will end up netting us a burn, which will force him to go for Heal Bell or Aromatherapy or something like that, and then we can start hitting him with Psyshocks, kind of get the advantage on him with that. So, oh, I'm so sad. That's so, I wasn't looking at that right. I looked at the base speed 70, not with 31 EVs. So, max, now we're outspeeding uninvested Skarmory. And truth be told, actually, is there anything else we're outspeeding? Blissey. We outspeed Mega Sableye. If he has literally no speed EVs on Lando, we speed tie. No, that's his base speed. Never mind. I need to learn how to do this. Skarmory, we outspeed. Hitmonchan, we don't outspeed. So we outspeed his walls, which is what I want to do. Barely outspeed his walls, and we can pop those super effectively off. Next up, we've got Hinata. Hinata's rocking her leftovers with her Marvel Scale, Scald, Psych Up, Toxic, and Recover. And last time we battled Pops, I brought a Haze Dragon Tail. I believe it was Haze Dragon Tail was the set I brought. It kind of worked because it eliminated his stat changes, but this time I kind of want to take advantage of it, kind of scare him with it a little bit, because we are max HP, max defense. If we can sit this thing up in front of a Calm Minding Sableye in a worst case scenario, we can go for a Psych Up, boost our special defense through the wall, boost our special attack through the wall, start hitting something with Scald. We can recover back up. If he switches into something like Electivire, we can take a hit from an Electivire, and we can turn around with a plus whatever Scald and just bop. Just hit it, and if we do get a burn, if we do get a Toxic, it does activate our Marvel Scale, boosting our defense through the roof even higher to an impressive, let me do my math here, 216. So that's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting if we do get burned or paralyzed even. That is something we do have here. Next up, I do have another physical wall, being the Mega Venusaur. Knockoff, Earthquake, Petal Blizzard, and Sleep Powder. Max HP, max defense, 4 in attack, Impish Nature. I do have here, let me take, I did take some notes here really quick, so I kind of know what I sound like I'm talking about. It's another physical wall. It obviously, Choice Banded Talonflame is going to end our career. Maybe even a Life Orb Talonflame. SD set also. Physical wall, we've got EQ on here for the Lucario and for the Electivire, should he bring them in. Knockoff for the utility, I don't think it's doing super effective damage on anything. Petal Blizzard actually hits the Suicune super effectively. It's also, he does have a few resistances. The Lando, it'll be a neutral hit. Talonflame and Skarma absolutely resisted, so does Lucario. Blissey, if we can catch him off guard, thing we're especially offensive Blissey, we can hit him with a stab Petal Blizzard, that'll be nice. Rotom Heat, like I said, absolutely tears apart our wall core of Hinata and Bloodroot, so if he brings that, GG. Excelgor can still hit us pretty hard, but we're physically defensive, so we can take a hit. Hitmonchan, we can still hit. Electivire, like I said. Sneasel, the Sneasel I'm not too worried about. I'm not too worried about the Sneasel. Next up, we've got AVCT Fletcher, Guts ability, Drain Punch, Bulk Up, Stone Edge, and Substitute. I was questionable about this set, but you know what? We're in the championships. It's time to start playing a little bit out there, so to speak, because we're playing against some really big walls, and we need to break those walls. Now, last game, anytime the Blissey was brought in, I was able to bring Conkeldurr in, and he would automatically switch. He does not want to take a Drain Punch. He does not, even from, let's run max HP, max defense Blissey against Conkeldurr. Drain Punch does 86% of this thing. He can't sit in on this thing. He can't. So it will force a switch on his end, which is why I'm actually bringing the Substitute. Seismic Toss cannot break the sub from a Blissey, so we can get behind the sub on a Blissey. We can go for a Bulk Up. That's going to put us at +1 special attack, which is the equivalent of being Choice Banded. 1.5, I believe. Somebody don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Someone's going to murder me. Choice Band multiplies by 1.5, brings us up to 1.5. I think it's same. Don't quote me on it. Don't quote me on it. I don't know. I don't know how math works. But we do have Bulk Up here. Raise our defense, raise our attack. And Stone Edge. Stone Edge is a high crit chance, and I know someone's going to say, Crimson, why are you playing for X? Why are you playing for X? He's got a lot of really bulky rolls, guys. I'm going to try to play for a +1 or even a +2 crit with the Stone Edge. Drain Punch for the recovery. If he brings in the Sableye to... if he brings in the Sableye to do this... to wall this thing, we can go for a Bulk Up. We can go for a Stone Edge, and hopefully, because crits do ignore their stat changes, not ours. So we'll get a +1 crit, which will be really nice, actually. So let's check here. Stone Edge, let's run a Mega Sableye. If we get a +1 crit with the Stone Edge... +1 with crit with the Stone Edge puts him down to 70%. And then afterwards we do 46%, so if we can land just 2 consecutively, we'll be able to take him out with that. That's my plan for that. Even so, a substitute Conkeldurr, hopefully throw him off his game a little bit. Maybe make him make some switches he doesn't want to. The Intimidate behind the sub does not work with the Landorus, which is another good thing. Next up, I've got Choice Scarfed Jupiter, Discharge, Hidden Power, Ice, Shadow Ball, Volt Switch, 4 in HP, 200... Oh, I need more than that. Boop! There we go. 52 in HP, 240... No. Where's my math? Why does Showdown not like me? There we go. 44 in HP, 252 special attack, 212 speed, modest nature. With 212 in speed with a Scarf, we are outspeeding a Jolly Scarfed Landorus Therian. We are outspeeding a Jolly Scarfed Electivire. So, I don't believe we can actually take a hit from... Let me just run some calcs really quick here. It's always healthy to run calcs out loud when you're talking about this type of stuff. Because, you want to. 44, let's pull up Electivire. Who I'm assuming is... we could put a Life Orb on it. Life Orb EQ is going to hurt us. Life Orb EQ if he's Choice Scarf, though. If he's bringing Scarfire. If he's bringing Scarfire, we can actually live in Earthquake. But if he's bringing any sort of... If he's bringing Bandit or if he's bringing Life Orb, we are not living that. Actually, if he brings a... If he brings a Scarfed Adamant Electivire, we can actually... Earthquake does have a chance to OHKO. So, what I've got here, Shadow Ball does about 42%. That's not really my answer for Electivire. I've got other answers for Electivire. I can take hits from other things with Electivire. It's not really... Bloodroot's definitely my play for Electivire. I don't... Does Electivire get Psychic, actually? Let me check that out really quick. Does he get any... Pokemon Electivire. He actually gets access to Psychic. That's actually really scary because he could have coverage for the Venusaur, and he also does get... No, I'm just hitting Power Flying. He does get access to Psychic, which could definitely hurt me if he's bringing a special Electivire. I mean, which is totally plausible. It's got a base 95 special attack, but at this point we're Theory Modding. I'm going for what I predict, which is going to be a physical Motor Drive Electivire with a Scarf. That is what I've got for that. I do outspeed it, so I am able to get some damage off on it if need be. If he locks himself into EQ, I can go into Flutter. I can go into Bloodroot. I can do a bunch of stuff here. Hinata actually could take an EQ. Last up, I've got Choice Bandit Instigator. And this is just kind of sealing the deal on my physical presence going up against his team. Moxie Boost, if you... spoilers for the GBA, I actually got this set for the GBA. You'll see my team builder go live tomorrow. Beat up Crocodile, Choice Bandit, knock off Stone Edge, and Earthquake with 400 HP, 252 attack, a jolly 252 speed nature. With this speed, we are outspeeding a jolly Unscarf Landorus and a jolly Unscarf Lucario. I don't want to leave this thing in on Landorus, but if I have to, I have to. But we do outspeed a jolly War, it's him with Lucario, and we can hit it with an EQ, and we can put it to sleep. Choice Banded Earthquakes are going to be able to... Choice Banded Moxie Earthquakes are going to be an absolute destruction to this team. So, all that being said, I wish nothing but the best of games to Papa C11 and the New York Klinks. If you guys are excited, feel free to hit that like button. If you're not excited, if you dislike the length of this video or this team that I'm bringing anyway, feel free to hit the dislike button. But be fair, let me know in the comment section below what you would have brought instead. And right now, I'm going to go on ahead and cut to the battle. Alright guys, we are back here. We are in the battle screen going up against Papa C11. We are here. If you skip past the team building, you didn't get to see what I'm bringing, I apologize for that, but I'm not going to do a recap because it's all been one big long video. So, I'm going to go on ahead and choose my team. I'm going to write down what he's bringing first. Everything on my team has an item. Literally the same team as last time. Literally the same team as last time. Okay, cool. Cool. Electivire. Skarmory, Lando, Talonflame, Blissey, Mega Sableye. Let's just write down what we know he's got. We know he's bringing Intimidate on Lando. Lando has Intimidate. We know he's bringing Gale Wings, Talonflame. We know the Sableye has Magic Bounce. I'm assuming Motor Drive on the Electivire as well. So we know the play to make here. We lead off with Flutter. We break some things. Sash, we go for something. He could even try to taunt us to go for a... he could even taunt us to see if we're going to be like Baton Pass Nasty Plot. But we can just go straight up for Dazzling Gleam on this thing. We will outspeed. We will outspeed. I'm confident of that. I am absolutely confident of that. And I am nervous. Oh, I am nervous. But... you know what? We made it this far. I'm happy. I just posted this on Twitter. I'm happy however the outcome, and Papa C will always be a phenomenal battler in my opinion, and I hope you guys hold him in the same regard as I do. We'll lead off with Flutter here. He's going to lead off with Senkets, which is going to be that Lando, actually. I'm curious about... he led off with the Lando, surprisingly enough. So if we would have actually brought a Rocker, we could have. Play to make here is to switch out into Hinata. Play to make here is to switch out into Hinata. We can kind of scout this thing. If he goes for a U-turn, that's fine. If he goes for a U-turn, that's fine. He can knock off our leftovers as well. He goes for the knockoff straight out of the gate. We're going to lose that. 146. That brings us down to Brings us down to 72%, so if I had to assume this thing is anything... Maybe he's a defensive variant? Maybe. At 28%, so he's not super defensive. He's not super defensive. And he also doesn't want to stay in. I get a free Toxic off on anything I want except for the Skarmory. Which is the play... Do I go for the Toxic predicting... You can go to the Mega Sableye, that's fine. We still tank hits from the Skarmory, so I'm going to click Toxic here. He's going to withdraw. Maybe he's Choice Banded, actually. I don't know why he wouldn't U-turn out. Goes out to the Blissey, so we can Toxic up the Blissey, which is fine by me. This does force him to go for a Recover, or an Aromatherapy of some sort, something like that. This is kind of baiting out the Conkeldurr. He can go for a Seismic Toss, he can go for a Toxic. I actually... Oh, I forgot to mention two changes that I made. I put Leftovers on Conkeldurr, CT Fletcher, instead of the Assault Vest, and I put Synthesis on Bloodroot instead of the gosh darn knockoff. And we're going to see how that works out. I wanted some recovery on Bloodroot, and I wanted a little bit more recovery on CT Fletcher. So I could go out into... I feel like it's either CT Fletcher or Bloodroot. I'm gonna go into CT Fletcher. He does not want to. Do any sort of status because I do have the guts. Goes to the Seismic Toss actually. So we're gonna see here. We're gonna scare him out. We can get up behind his sub actually. We can get up behind the sub here. It looked like I just dropped a bunch of frames. So he's got the leftovers. He's going to take a bit more toxic damage as well. We're going to reveal our leftovers. So we're going to reveal that we're not a Cell Vest. And now's the time actually to get up behind our substitute, I feel like. Now's the time to do that. I feel like there's a clean switch coming right now. There has to be. He's not going to keep this thing in. He can go into the Sableye, which is absolutely fine by me. He can also go out into the... If he hard switches in Lando, we're going to take the Intimidate drop, unfortunately. But I will reveal the substitute early on. We see Lando. Let me keep making notes. Lando has U-turn. Blissey has lefties. And Seismic Toss. What else does the Blissey... I'm assuming Natural Cure. There it is. Natural Cure Blissey. There we go. We can get up behind our sub. We can take whatever we want to now. He can Whirlwind us out, but we can go straight up for a Drain Punch here. The Whirlwind is obvious. So I see no reason not to go for a Drain Punch. Get our HP back from this thing. He's just going to Brave Bird, which means he's going to take a lot of recoil. Or he's going to take recoil damage from that for sure. Substitute's going to go down. There's his recoil. Now here's our Drain Punch. Let's see how much this does. A neutral hit. Oh, that does absolutely nothing. But we do get our HP back, and we are able to get our lefties back. So now the question is, Skarmory. If he's just a regular defensive set. Brave Bird still... nah. I ain't about that life. Ladies and gentlemen. My Lodic probably takes that really well. Assuming he's just your regular defensive set. 28%. Just 28%. We can recover. We can recover up on the Skarm. That's fine by me. The switch here is obvious. He's probably going to go for some sort of hazards as well, so he could have actually also went for another Drain Punch here. Just to get a bit more recovery off. There's the Stealth Rocks that I was waiting for. There it is. So we could have actually went for another Drain Punch here. If we would have predicted that correctly. I'm going to go for a Scald Burn, actually, on this thing. Maybe he doesn't want... that. But we're going to go for a Scald here. Goes out in a Blissey. Now, 1v1, we beat this thing every day. 1v1, we beat this thing every day. All I gotta do is pop a Toxic off and go for a recover. That's all I have to do here. Unless he gets a Toxic off, which then we're kind of boned. But I get the Toxic off, it's pretty obvious. Seismic Toss, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We can just go for a recover here, get our health back. We actually outspeed the Blissey. So we can go for a Scald here to get damage off. We outspeed the Blissey, right? Why am I second guessing myself on that? Yeah, Blissey's yeah. Blissey's base speed is that. Milotic's is 81. He can go for the switch here, predicting. No, he does not. He stays in, probably going for a probably going for another Seismic Toss. There it is. So we do outspeed. Down to 46%. He has no priority. We can just go for a recover here. And he's going to keep taking that Toxic damage, which I'm absolutely fine with. We do need to click recover, though. Just to get that health back. At some point, he's going to have to go for a soft boiled. It might be his turn to do that. He's just going to keep Seismic Tossing me. I'm not sure why. Not really sure why. Because Toxic damage is going to keep racking up on this thing. And soft boiled's obviously a thing, but it will force the switch so he can get that healer ability. I believe it's healer, natural cure or something. We can just keep playing this really safe. There's the soft boiled, brings him back up to full, but toxic damage is still racking up. Toxic damage is still racking up on this thing. Even with the leftovers. We can kind of keep wearing this thing. If he doesn't have Toxic, we still beat this thing one-on-one because we'll force the switches. Now Toxics did about 25% to this thing. There's the Toxic. I was wondering when it was going to come into play. I was surprised why he didn't have that. Now that activates our Marvel scale, but that does mean we need to play a bit more carefully with Hinata here. Because after another turn of Toxic, we're going to lose 12% of our health. We're going to... I gotta click recover. Do I go for a skull predicting the switch? He might predict me to recover, which means he would heal up. But I can go for a skull to get damage on a switch. And if he switches into something like Skarmory, we get the burn, which would be nice. Let's play here. I don't think he's going to... is he going to stay in? Is he going to switch? If he stays in, we live. If he switches, we get a burn. I'm clicking Scald. I'm going to make the play to click Scald. He stays in, actually. Fine by me. We are going to be able to get a bit more damage off in this thing. There's the soft boiled. We're going to keep... whittling this thing down. So we're going to take more toxic damage. There's his lefties. My lefties got knocked off, unfortunately. That's doing a lot of damage now. He has to switch out. I have to go for a recover here. There he is. He's withdrawn. Now that he's at a comfortable half health, he's going to switch out. And he's going to go out into the Sableye. We do still beat this thing 1v1. If I would have went for a Toxic here, that would have been the most pro play of my life. Oh my gosh. Now we kind of take hits from this thing as well. I see no reason not to go for a Skull to try to get a burn. I see no reason not to. We can start to kind of see what this thing is, what he's bringing. Plus he's got Toxic, got Soft Boiled. There's the Calm Minding Sableye. So if we can get a Skull Burn on this thing, we're going to be able to get residual damage off, and we can start to, oh my gosh, that's doing so much, it's doing so much, it's doing so much. I do need to switch out here. What's the play to make here? What's the play to make? I should have put Heal Bell on something like Togetic. I'm gonna switch out into Bloodroot, actually. If he's carrying Zen Headbutt, oh my gosh. If he's pulling the Hayden and carrying Zen Headbutt Mega Sableye, we're done. Take a little bit of Rocks damage, that's fine. Dark Pulse. Does so much at +1, oh my gosh. I'm gonna Mega Evolve here and go for the Synthesis, get the recovery back. So he does have, where is it, Dark Pulse. He still doesn't know what set we're rocking on our Togetic, which is fine by me. He's gonna burn me, so it also has Will-O-Wisp. I think here's where I go for a Petal. Still beats me one-on-one. Still beats me one-on-one. And I really don't want to let something go just to take this thing out. Because he's going to keep Calm Minding on me. Oh, I should have brought Dragon Tail. I should have brought Dragon Tail. We outspeed. We can go for a Psych Up with Milotic. We can get Milotic in safe. We can kind of scare him out with a Psych Up. I'm going to keep trying to whittle this thing down. Man, that's unfortunate. I should have brought Dragon Tail. Should have brought Dragon Tail. He's a +2 right now. Super unfortunate. This thing walls the Electivire. Skarmory and Talonflame kind of put it down. I'm going to keep clicking Petal Blizzard. There's the recover. There's the recover. What kind of damage do we do with the Life Orb to a +2 Mega Sableye? Dazzling Gleam's only doing 50%. And Dark Pulse is only doing 34% to us, so we outspeed. I'm just going to keep going for damage on this thing. I'm going to Calm Mind one more time. Good lord. So we do get a free switch into Milotic, and we can also go for a Psych Up. So I'm going to make a note here. Note dies to Sableye Willow Burn. Now I feel like once I get Milotic in against this thing, we're at 53%. We're at 26%, so he's +2, or +3. We can go for a Psych Up and get to +3. Dark Pulse only doing 19%. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Dark Pulse does 50%. Oh my gosh, I need to go for a Psych Up right here. I need to go for a Psych Up right here and hope we live. I need to go for a Psychic right here and hope we live. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Get a low roll, get a low roll, get a low roll. 14%. 14. Oh my gosh, we live on 2. I can go for a recover. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Recover right here. Recover right here. I can get 2 recovers off. I can get 2 recovers off. So he's still a +4. He's still only doing 25% on most to me. I want to go for a Scald and get some residual damage off on this thing. Actually, I'm going to keep clicking recover. I'm going to keep clicking recover. Toxic. Oh my gosh, toxic. I hate Mega Sableye. Going to bring us down to 137 with the poison. We are now at... Oh, we are easily at half. Go for a Scald here. I think Mega Sableye just set up and just like shit all over me. Do we snag the burn? No, we don't. No, we don't. This thing just set up all over my face and is now going to ruin my career. Oh my gosh. Go for a Scald. I need this burn. I need this burn. I need residual damage off on this thing. Nope. No burn. No burn. Wow. Insert note. Dies to Blissey Toxic. So my Lodic's gone. Mega Venusaur's gone. There goes my core. Oh, but I do kind of... 35%. Oh my gosh. Flutter's pushing it. I feel like you're way above 35%. I feel like you're way above 35%. I need to scare you out right now. Oh my gosh. He's gonna go for recover, isn't he? He's gonna go for recover, isn't he? Oh my gosh, we can knock this thing out. We can knock this thing out. Flamethrower does 13%. If he switches into something like Skarmory. We outspeed him, going for a Flamethrower. I'm going to predict the switch. He's going to withdraw. Does he go into Skarmory or does he go into Lando? Because if we get a burn on the Lando, that's going to be great. Goes on to Blissey, actually. Do we snag the burn on the Blissey? We do snag the burn on the Blissey. Okay. So if he's bringing... We're going to outspeed the Blissey. Psyshock's not going to kill. Psyshock's not going to kill. He's burned. I need to go for a Roost here. He's going to go for a Soft Boiled. Oh, if we would have went for a... no, if we would have went for a Psyshock, we would have died to the Life Orb recoil. The burn is definitely nice. The burn is definitely nice. So if we go for a Psyshock, we're going to lose 13. We'll go for a Psyshock here. Mathematically, I can live this. Mathematically, I can live this. Nope, he goes for the Toxic. Oh, fuck, I hate Blissey. Excuse my French. I hate Blissey. Because now with the Rocks and Toxic damage, this thing's pretty much gone. Because now a Seismic Toss knocks me out. Go for the Roost. He goes for the Soft Boiled. If he goes for the Seismic Toss, predicting me to go for the attack just to knock me out. That's great. However, I do need to kill this thing. We almost got his wall down. We almost killed that Mega Sableye, so the burn on the Blissey wasn't that bad. He's going to withdraw the Blissey as we go for the Roost. He's going to go back out into Mega Sableye. Not really sure about that one, because I can go for a Dazzling Gleam now. Unless he just wanted to double back out. He knows I'm going to kill him. I don't want to click Dazzling Gleam. He's going to double back out. No, he doesn't. He stays in. Wow, Mega Sableye. Okay. Dies to Togetic Dazzle. Okay, cool. So we're better off than we were last time we played Pops. I'll give you that much. Unless he wants, if he gets a clean switch into Talonflame, he still, or if he goes into Skarmory, we kill this thing. Here's the Electivire. What do you want to do to me? Now that Mega Sableye's gone, Conkeldurr still puts in work on his team. What do you want to do to me? Do I sack this off to get a clean switch in? Crook? He goes for like if he goes for an Ice Punch, oh. The plays. The plays. I'm gonna click Flamethrower. There is a Wild Charge. It's gonna knock me out. If we're gonna see recoil damage, we're gonna see if we see Life Orb as well. Damage by the recoil. I do not see. I don't see it. So do we outspeed we are max speed Jolly, so Electivire is 161. I don't feel like we've got enough. I don't feel like we've got enough with that Crocodile, 158. I go into Instigator here. The Earthquake, obviously, let me make a note here. No. Dies to Evire, Wild Charge. The EQ here is obvious, which means Skarmory's coming in. Which means I would love to Stone Edge. I'm gonna click Stone Edge. I'm gonna click Stone Edge. The Skarmory, the Talonflame, or the Lando are coming in. He's not bringing in Blissey. He doesn't know I'm Bandit either. He might assume I'm Scarfed. I've literally brought Scarf Crook all season. He's gonna withdraw the Evire. Choiced. So you're gonna be able to get a Stone Edge off on the Skarmory. We're Choice Banded. This is a neutral hit. Oh, that was a crit too. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna click Stone Edge one more time. We need to connect. We need to connect. We need to connect. Come on. Come on, Instigator. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I need you to connect the Stone Edge right now for me. Come on. You are the MVP of the Detroit Steel Wings for the PGL. Come on. You're gonna put in so much work for the GBA. I need, Instigator, I need you to connect this. I need you to connect this so badly. I need you to connect this so badly. Oh my gosh! And he goes for the Roost. That's really unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. I'm really annoyed right now. We play the game we choose to play. We play the game we choose to play. I live a Brave Bird going into Raikou. And then I double out in the conch because he's gonna go for Blissey. How well do I live? Oh, I can't take that. I can't take a Brave Bird. I have no recovery on this thing. I go into Jupiter. I scare him out. I'll double back out in the conch. Because he'll think I'm going for HP Ice for the Lando, so he'll go back out in the Blissey. He's got no reason not to. I take the Brave Bird here. That brings him back up to his Sturdy. Do I double back into Conch? Or do I Volt? I'm gonna click Volt Switch. I'm gonna click Volt Switch. He's not staying in on me. He's not. Volt Switch does. Volt Switch brings him down to his Sturdy. I outspeed with something like Crocodile. If he stays in. He withdraws the Skarmory. If he goes into Landorus and I didn't go for an HP Ice, I'm going to be so upset. Oh, fuck me. Electivire's still around. Fuck me. Electivire's still around. Oh my gosh. I'm getting played left and right now. I am getting played left and right. So I have two choice users. And a Conkeldurr that's probably going down to a choice band Electivire. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, I need to go for a Drain Punch like I've never gone for a Drain Punch. He's choiced into EQ. We've got a really small chance of living this. No, we don't. Oh my gosh, we do. Oh my gosh, we do. Who goes out to the Skarmory? Who's at full health? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Rocky helmet damage, of course. He's going to predict the switch, so I go for another Drain Punch. No, he doesn't. He just goes straight for a Brave Bird, knocks me out. Fuck. I got played so hard. So hard. Insert note. Dies to Skarm BB. Still got the Electivire. I outspeed the Electivire, though. It's gotta be choiced. It's gotta be choiced. We 46.6. I don't think I have any damage off from that Electivire other than its recoil from Wild Charge. Alright, I'm going for a Shadow Ball here. If he goes into Blissey, I'm probably going to freak out. If he goes into Blissey now, I'm going to freak out. Like nobody has freaked out before. Electivire, perfect. 46.6%. We're not going to kill this thing. We can't live in EQ. I can't live in EQ. I'm going for Shadow Ball again. We outspeed him if he is Scarfed. Unless I get the crit of all crits to knock this thing out right now. Oh my gosh, EQ. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. Choice Banded Electivire. Oh my gosh, you're so Choice Banded. Okay. I think I lock myself into Stone Edge here and go for Moxie Boost and pray. I think I get the luckiest. I've got 5 Pokemon stick Stone Edges. He outspeeds me. He's a Jolly Electivire or he's Scarfed. That's going to bring me down to under half. I go for the Stone Edge. I miss the Stone Edge. That is game. Oh my gosh. I got played like a sap. I got played like a sap. GG to Papa C and the New York Klinks for once again besting me in the PGL. Guys, he's a great battler, as you can tell, plays me like an absolute card. I feel so bad about this battle, you have no idea. I have lost much worse to worse people, and I have just... Oh my gosh, I'm going to get out of here and go vent to myself properly. Guys, go check out Papa C's channel. Link to both of them will be in the Twitter. The Twitter and the channel will be in the description below. I'm so frazzled over this battle. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Feel free to smash that like button. As always, if you're new to the city, hit that subscribe button as well. All that being said, my name's CrimsonCBAD, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.